This one out. Dana White introduces Donald Trumpy at the RNC.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dana White. I am the CEO and president of the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
So I've already watched this, so that's why I wanted to record a video about it. But how can you hate Dana White? Just look at the fella and observe him.
So 2 weeks ago, I got a call from President Trump asking me if I'd be willing to speak tonight. As usual, there was no pressure, no demands. He asked me as a friend, and of course I said yes. Then, after I accepted his offer, he sent me a text message, and I just want to read to you a little piece of what President Trump wrote to me. Dana, I'm so honored that you will be doing the introduction at the National Republican Convention. Think of it as the biggest fight you ever had, a fight for our country and even the world. I only wish you didn't have to interrupt your family trip, but I hope they understand, they love you, and they know how important this is.
Just straight away, what I like about Dana is he's not trying to act like a president. He knows who he is, and he just bees himself. That's honestly something that I'm striving to be, be more myself, find out who I am and be that guy.
Now think about this. This man's running for president of the United States. He's fighting for the future of this country, and he's concerned about interrupting my family trip. That's the President Trump that I know. A man who truly cares about people. The mainstream media likes to push the narrative that he doesn't care about anyone but himself. I absolutely know that's not.
The funny thing is about this, he's shouting like it's the UFC. He's not trying to act a certain way, be professional. And what I like about it is, imagine if I always think, imagine if it was me doing this. Could I do it? Could I not? Obviously, I'd stumble. I'll be so scared. There's no way I can stay on a stage like that. And it being live at the exact same time, there's not a chance in the world I could do that. And look how, obviously he's done so many reps with the UFC and all of that, been on TV many, many times. But even if I had that experience, would I have the confidence to rock up with 2 buttons undone and no tie? I'm pretty sure I would have the choker on, boys. Mate, you gotta love Dana.
Not the truth, because I've been friends with this guy for 25 years. And for the people who know me, they'll know this is true. I just want to make something very clear. Nobody in the Trump campaign has ever told me what to say. Nobody tells me what to say, and I'm nobody's puppet.
Dude, if in our future there is a president like Dana White, I don't know, I think I would like it a lot. We need to mix this shit up.
And I'm not telling you what to think. I'm telling you what I know. And I know President Trump. I know President Trump is a fighter. I've been saying this since 2015. Now look at what's happened over the last 10 years. We have all seen it with our own eyes. I'm in the tough guy business, and this man is the toughest, most resilient human being that I've ever met in my life.
The crazy thing is, you can think whatever you want to think about Trump, but, he's smart. He's got Dana White here on the stage, and Dana White is selling his ass off. This is a testimonial, right? How powerful is it? It's pumping me up. You just believe what he is saying because, listen to the conviction, his tone of voice, all of that, how he stands, how he holds himself. He's powerful. It's you can't help but to be drawn into that.
The higher the stakes, the harder he fights, and this guy never, ever gives up. So what's at stake here? The answer is in President Trump's text, and I quote, "A fight for our country."
I think the other thing is it's pretty genius because this feels like to me like, you know, the concept in marketing, like a pattern interrupt. You know, like when there is something that is just like the complete opposite, something that you're not used to. It's a shock to your mind, and then it creates that, it hardwires that memory or increases the odds that you will then remember whatever comes next. So it's like Dana White is like the complete opposite of what you would expect. You know, at least for me, like he's like, he's not really professional at all. He's the everyday guy, so he's a pattern interrupt. He's loud and he's strong. And then, you know, it's like, we're going to remember this. And like this 1.4 million views 4 days ago, you know, how many people are going to remember this?
I know why he's running for president again. Why else would he put himself through everything he's dealt with just to get back here? We all know he doesn't need this. This guy's got a great life. He has a beautiful family, and he has achieved everything that you could possibly achieve in life. I know President Trump is literally putting his life on the line for something bigger than himself, and he's willing to risk it all because he loves this country.
So I guess like what inspired me to make this video is just like, I think it's really important about how we hold ourselves, our body image, how we speak, and all of that. And depending about how we can create this little package around us, then, you know, we can get a lot more out of life.
And I know he wants what's best for the American people. All American people. I know he's running for president to save our American dream. I'm living the American dream, and I know the American dream is very real. Whether you were born in this country or came here from someplace else, this is the last real land of opportunity. President Reagan once said, government's first duty is to protect the people, not run their lives. And if you're buried in government red tape, how will you ever start your own business? If you're struggling to pay your bills, how can you ever afford to start a family? And if you don't feel safe in your own town, why would you ever buy a house? I know that President Trump is fighting to save the American dream, and that's what's at stake in this election. We are choosing who we want to lead us in this fight. I know President Trump is a proven leader, a fearless leader, and this country was in a much better place when he was in the Oval Office. In my mind, the choice is clear. But this election, we all get to choose. I know I'm going to choose strength and security. I know I'm going to choose opportunity and prosperity. I know I'm going to choose real American leadership and a real American badass. And I'm not telling you what choice to make, and I'm not telling you what to think. I'm telling you what I know. I know America needs a strong leader, and the world needs a strong America. I know Donald J. Trump is the best choice for President of the United States. My fellow Americans, it is my honor to introduce the 45th and soon-to-be 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
It's like he's about to introduce the next UFC at that stage. But yeah, overall, that whole video, I think, like, I really respect Dana White. I think that was a masterpiece. That 5 minutes there, that is literally art. I think there's a lot of things, you know, you can think whatever you want about Dana White, Donald Trump, all of that, but there is some genius in there. I hope that you can pick up on it.